Hello, I'm Derek Darren Johnson, Derek's Master Name Dennis FM. In today's video, I'm going to be doing something a little fun. Well, hopefully for you all. You see, it's been a long time since I've last done one of those kind of respond to the points in some of the points in a video, so I decided to do that. We're bringing back Wall Kappa Plushie, who's going to be standing in for a Father Mike Schmitz. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. Basically, it was a really transphobic video in which he dead names and misgenders Caitlyn Jenner throughout the entire thing. Again, sorry I dead named him. Okay, yeah, watching that video kind of did something to me. So basically, I'm going to be talking about some of his points in this video, and also something really disturbing YouTube decided to do. So his first point was, over Memorial Day weekend, my nephew was pretending to be a dog. So there. Okay, Mike, buddy, a huge difference is that the kid pretending to be a dog doesn't actually believe he's a fucking dog. He's just goddamn playing and having fun and being a fucking child. But trans people, again, we know in our brains that our gender and our physical bodies don't match up. The best way I can think of to describe it to somebody who is Catholic, like the person in this video is basically your soul. You know your soul. In Christianity, in Catholicism, you believe your soul is like the property of God, and basically that's your true self, whatever. For us trans people, it's kind of like that. Basically, our souls are a different gender from our bodies, which causes us to feel bad. And no, I don't believe in an actual soul. I'm just using a metaphor here, okay? Don't know why I did the finger quotes for that one. It was on to the next point. This got me to thinking about something, which is the situation with dead name. And I'm not saying her actual dead name here. Sorry about this, God. But basically, he dead names Caitlyn Jenner and says he's going to talk about Caitlyn Jenner. Which, you know, don't dead name trans people, little asshole. Here's the thing. Oh, by the way, I just got, like, points and some notes written down on these so I don't forget. Here's the thing. Caitlyn Jenner knows herself. You do not. Stop assuming, asshole. It basically brings up the trans question, which there's no question. We exist, we want to live, we deserve to live our lives how we see fit. Period. On to the next point by Father Mike. I'm not saying dead name is evil. Well, I'm just saying this idea of being a woman. First off, stop dead naming Caitlyn Jenner. I don't like her either, but for the love of God, she is still a trans woman. Here's the thing, this idea of being a woman. What idea? She's just a woman, dumbass. Fucking piece of shit. I think it's inaccurate. It is accurate. Guess what? I don't care whether you think it is or not, dummy. I mean, I don't think any man can know what it's like to be a woman. Do you know what it feels like to be a woman? Knowing dudes constantly hit on you, getting to suck your lady dick. You constantly have to deal with assholes telling you you're not who you really are. That might just be me as a transgender fluid person, though, so, probably not the best person to answer. Here's the thing. So what? That literally proves nothing.
Women, guys, do we have any idea what it feels like to be the opposite sex?
No, that's the point. Trans women want to be the opposite sex. Are people who are assigned male at birth who want to be the opposite sex, or basically live life as another gender. And yeah, this goes for like non-binary people too, but he brought up men one, so I'm just using that point. I mean, here's the thing, Mike. You are Catholic. Do you have any idea how it feels to be a Muslim in America? Does that mean you could never become a Muslim? No. It's pretty much the same idea here, except, one is just a religious belief that isn't really harmful, that isn't really such a big deal in the long term. One is your entire identity and how you wish to live your life. A dingle-dangle-doongle.
He identifies as a girl. Why?
First off, she identifies as who she really is, and it's none of your damn business, boy.
That's how you know she happens to like girl things?
Mike. No, she knows, because when she looks at her body, she doesn't see what she wants. She sees something foreign, not hers. When I look at my body, sometimes I see, something foreign, disgusting, ugly, not shameful. Sometimes, I just don't give a shit and don't really feel any gender or of any kind. That's basically what it is. The reason she does girl things is, again, out of a desire to be perceived as a girl. Though it could also be just because she happens to like those things. Yeah, it's important to remember that people who are trans can still have traditionally masculine or feminine interest while identifying as either a trans man, trans woman, or anything under the non-binary gender fluid label. We got a little bit more to go with Mikey here.
How does a man know he's a man and a woman know he's a woman? Because he looks at his body and sees that it's male.
Okay, Mikey here, buddy. That's the point I covered last time. We look at our bodies and we know that they're not male, or that our internal sense of gender doesn't match our bodies. We don't want them to be male or female. That's why we are trans.
It's my perception of reality that needs to change if I'm seeing something that doesn't match to reality.
It cannot change, not without transition or other, sorts of periods. And yes, by transition, I'm talking about social transition as well as medical transition. All transition is valid, okay? But here's the thing. We can't just flip a switch and stop being trans, Mike. That's not how this works. Also, you quite literally believe it in ancient fairy tales books, so you're not one to be lecturing us on reality, buddy.
When you look at something like anorexia, it's damaging and their body needs to change.
anorexia and transgender are not the same thing. Anorexia is actually a legitimately dangerous condition that destroys the anorexic person's body and mind. Being transgender does not. Here's the thing, anorexia can be treated and needs to be. Being trans cannot be treated and does not need to be treated, in my humble opinion. They basically brings up a bunch of stuff about BIID and all this other thing, and how we need to fix the problem, from what I remember. Transition is fixing the problem, and BIID is actually a great example, because that's another one that can't be cured without giving the person an amputation that only really affects themselves. But I want to talk about something a little bit disturbing. YouTube had ads before this video. The channel's name is Ascension Presents, I believe. But YouTube had ads and you could watch it in signed out mode. Before a transphobic video encouraging transphobia and multiple times dead naming and misgendering a trans person. What the fucking hell, YouTube? So you can't monetize people debunking conspiracy theories, but you can monetize the Catholic priest being transphobic, but doing it with a smile on his face. Fuck you.